So this is part 2 of a man loses interest in a woman the minute she says what. In the original video that was posted on May 10th, I expressed 3 or 4 different items that would make me lose interest in a woman, me personally. Yesterday was part 1 of trying to explain in more detail, since there was so much anger and frustration and, oh, he's a narcissist and he's controlling and so on and so forth. So yesterday's video was about compromise. The fact that if you have, and everyone has standards, but if it seems like a man has a standard, then he's a controlling narcissist. But if a woman has standard, then she's considered to be independent and strong. The second biggest issue came in talking about money. The fact that for me, not you, not based on your experience, not based on the fact that you had a man or a woman that did you dirty financially, not based on your pain, your trauma, but based on my experience, based on coaching other people, based on studying and observation. I have a premise that if me and a woman cannot come together where all the money is our money, and this is how we're going to budget out this money, we come into an agreement of how this is going to be done. So many women had issue, and so many men too, but so many women had issue with the fact that for them it is the man should pay for everything. My money is my money. If we split things, that's fine, but a woman should be able to save her money. Who are you to tell me what you're going to do with my money? Well, here's the thing. You and I could never be together. Because for me, it's about, if we're coming together, we're trying to be together. Everybody else in this world says they're going to leave you. Your parents, your children, your brother, your sister. Me and my lady, my spouse, is the only people who are saying that we want to be together for the rest of our lives. And in doing so, one of the ways I'm going to show you that is that we are building an empire around us, a hedge of protection, if you will, of financial protection, so that we can handle any situation. We're also creating a situation where there is no argument concerning money. In all my life, all my travels, all my observation, all my coaching, the only time I have seen where there was a problem of money is when the two people walk separately financially. I've experienced this on my own when I opted out of my normal practice of saying that, no, this is what is going to be. I can't be with you as we're going to do this separate but equal thing. Because invariably, it does not become equal anymore. Invariably, the situation changes. To give you just a little bit of information concerning that, when the situation was first set up, I paid these bills, they paid those bills. But the moment I started making more money, all of a sudden, it's, well, you the man, so you should pay more of these bills. Well, you the man, you should pay more of these bills. And for me, I was like, no, you started this relationship out contractually. As far as finances were concerned, we're going to maintain a contractual financial relationship because that's what you originally wanted. So I compromised against my own better judgment. And then for some of the gentlemen who came onto the video and they were like, a real G doesn't care about the kind of money that a woman makes or the money that a woman makes. Now, you're right to a certain extent when it comes to dating. When it comes to dating, I don't give 2 shits about how much money a woman makes or does not make. It's not my concern. It's not a requirement for me. But once we come together, we are together. Just like all the furnishings become together, the type of house we live in becomes together, the vehicles we get comes together, the vacations we take all come together. All the finances come together as well. So, and the reason why is because we are looking to build a financial kingdom. We can build a better one, more stable one, if all monies that come in the house are utilized in unison, not with a person who's thinking is, I got to make sure I protect myself because when he leave me, I got to make sure that I got some funds because when he leave me. Because if you have the mentality that they're going to leave you, invariably you're going to start doing things, whether consciously or subconsciously, that's going to cause a break in the relationship. And that goes for both men and women. And a real leader, he plans for the betterment of the entire family, for every individual in there. and not placate himself to his emotions of egotism of manhood or the emotions of, I just want to make sure that she's happy. There's no such thing as happy wife, happy life. It is happy spouse, happy house. Both needs to be happy. So when it comes to how money is done for me, it doesn't have to do this for you. If I meet you and you got pain and you're like, oh, I'm never going to do anything like that because the last relationship I was in, he did, or my mama told me, my daddy told me, then you go have a relationship with those people. You will not have one with me. And that's perfectly fine. I'm not your type. I don't want to deal with your baggage. So keep it moving, just as I will keep it moving. So for me, this is not born out of control or egotism. It is not born out of pain either. This is born out of years of study and research and getting out of debt and building, financial hedges around myself and the person that I'm with. This comes from smart decision and critical thinking. So for me, it is we establish a personal expense account that each one of us is going to have that is equal. Then we determine from the remaining amount of money, 70% goes to our necessities. Then 10% goes to our play money. That's where we go date and all this sort of thing. 10% goes into our savings, and then 10% goes into investments. And those investments are things that's going to bring us more of immediate return on our investment. It's quite simple. Each person still has money that they can go and spend and do whatever they want to do with it. And then the household is taken care of, as well as the savings and the investing, and our dating. It's a simple system. People like it, people don't like it. It's up to you. And there are different ways that you can manipulate it. But what happens is that we are both coming together to build this so that our investments are higher, our play is higher, our savings are higher. We can live in the best situation we can possibly desire because we're working together to live in that environment. And we still have autonomy to go do whatever you want with money that you can do without question whatever it is you choose. I spend most of mine on cigars and golf. But the primary thing here is that we're working together and not working apart. We're not trying to say, oh, I got to save for when he leaves me, or I got to save for when she leaves me. That's not the thought process. And you can call that controlling. You can call that whatever you want to call it. What I call it is the fact that we will not have any financial arguments in the relationship because everything is discussed, because we both are on all the accounts. So there are no financial issues that we would have problems with. And finances is one of the major reasons why most relationships end. And when I realized at a young age that finance is the reason why most of relationships end, it was something that I wanted to eliminate from the equation. Now, if you looked at it expertly and said that, well, if a man is a leader, and then he would be the CO, I'm a military guy, he would be the CO of the company, of the battalion. Well, his next person is the XO, the executive officer. The XO actually handles the majority of things that happen. So in the way that it is for us, and everything is automated, so we don't really have to focus on each bill. But before automation, I didn't deal with the account that paid all the bills. I didn't deal with the account that was the play account. I didn't deal with the account that was the savings account. All of that was handled by the XO. I was just the big picture guy. That's it. And so as far as money, where money is going, how money is spent, I wasn't even the one in control of my own money, except for my little expense account. And I only cared about the investment account. So it is not me controlling, because the woman actually has more say-so over where the money is going and how the money is being moved than I do. So what the hell are you afraid of? Where's the control? I don't see it. And maybe the reason why many people cannot be in a relationship and are failing in relationships is because y'all are fighting over money and who pays what. You're trying to put requirements on people that they don't necessarily want to deal with, but society has conditioned them that this is what they're supposed to do. I can give two shits about what society says. And if you want to give the charity, then y'all decide how you're going to give the charity. I could care less. It's all about being one, unified. So always remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatest